Good afternoon, folks. The real Captain Kirk here, live from Weather Trends 360 studio here in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. It is Monday, President's Day. Quick update here on the next couple weeks, and looks like here this week we're looking at the coolest in 4 years for the nation as a whole. East is a little misleading because it's again back to our up and down pattern here, where it's cold fronts going through right now. So a couple really cold days here, and then it warms up over the weekend. Overall, we'd say this week for the U.S. is the coldest in 4 years, fifth coldest in 30 years, and number one wettest in 30 years. So again, conveyor belt of extremely heavy rain from Arkansas all the way into the mid-Atlantic. Some of that mid-Atlantic in the northern part will be snow here next couple days. So overall, the U.S. would be the snowiest in 4 years for this week. If we look at the 5-day snowfall forecast, this is snowfall ending tomorrow night, Tuesday night. We'll see that system. This may be a tad overdone, but again, a good swath of 4+ inches of snow in and around the D.C., Baltimore, Maryland area. And then again, watch how this system fizzles as we get into the, it seems like it jumps the New Jersey, New York City area. It's just amazing how these systems can bring so much snow to our south, and next to nothing here in our area, the Weather Trends 360 area, New Jersey, and then re-intensify in New England. And then on Friday, another system moving through the plains into the upper Midwest Saturday. Run through these one more time. Here's the snow ending tomorrow, Tuesday night, Wednesday in the east, mid-Atlantic. There are a bunch of winter storm warnings, but this is going to be a snow to sleet to freezing rain to rain event again for the coastal east coast areas here on Wednesday. Thursday again jumps to snow in the moderate snow in the New England area. And then Friday, another system moving through the plains. Plains are definitely the big winner here. If you look at the Euro's got a swath of 8 inches to 25+ inches of snow from Nebraska, northwest Iowa, Minnesota, Wisconsin, into upper Pia, Michigan. GFS is pretty similar with 8 to 20 inches in that same area of the Midwest. Little differences in the east between the two models. The Euro shows, again, a swath of 4 to 10 through the Ohio Valley into southern Pennsylvania into just barely western New Jersey, about a 4 to 10 inch swath again over the next 10+ days. GFS has that swath of heavier snow in the mid-Atlantic, 4 to 13 inches plus. West Virginia, Northern Virginia, and again, much less for Jersey. So it seems like Jersey's just missing it out here so far this season. But a lot can change here. Again, this is the animation of the polar vortex here over the next couple weeks, and we see several glancing shots of it moving into the Great Lakes Northeast. So the cold is certainly, again, the cold can be much further south than the actual center of the polar vortex. So again, this is just a 2-week animation, but again, unfortunately, if you don't like cold, there's certainly a lot of that in the forecast here through at least the front half of March. If we look at the next week, 25 Feb through the beginning of March, pretty much the entire country is below average. These are high temperatures, below average, making it the coldest again in 4 years, 11 the coldest in 30 years for the nation as a whole. Finally, haven't said this pretty much for the last few months, driest in 3 years and third driest in 30 years for the nation as a whole, with the heavy rain shifting just to the deep south from Texas to northern Florida. Still some rain up in the Pacific Northwest. Some of that will be snow in the mountains. But again, driest in 3 years and third driest in 30. Haven't said that in a long time. Snowiest in 4 years for the nation as a whole. I know a lot of folks out there, which side of the fence you're on, snow or spring, but if you're counting down, the official end of winter will end in about 30 days, in a few hours here. So something to look forward to. Some of the crocuses are trying to pop out of the ground here. Still pretty frozen here in eastern Pennsylvania. Thought we'd do a test today. We seem to get much more views on our YouTube videos anytime I put my daughter into the videos. So we're going to do a test. My wife shows me these mommy bloggers, and they've got 6.7 million views on potty training. So we thought we would do a quick test here. Little one here was happy to see Daddy on Valentine's Day with her little berry love bugs here. One of the things we did here recently over the last month was turn the dungeon of a basement into a castle for the little one. So we call this affectionately Angelina's Castle. So the big reveal after a month of effort here in the basement was this past weekend. So she was absolutely ecstatic to see the new room and giving hugs and kisses. So again, always good to see the little one excited. She brought out the tea cart. Of course, Princess has got to bring out the tea for the servants. So Daddy did get some tea here after the big reveal. She loves anything in the sky, so of course it was important to put some skylight type LED lights in the ceiling, so she thinks she's really outside. The kid just loves anything that moves. It's in the air, a balloon, planes, butterflies, birds, you name it. The little one loves it. Of course, stars at night. So inside her castle is the glow-in-the-dark stars. And then, of course, she looks out the windows, out the basement, and looks into the rest of the basement and says, we have more room to expand her castle. So, again, we'll see how this does. Normally the folks love our little one, so we'll see if Angelina can drive up the viewership here this week. With that, folks, again, just a short video. We hope you have a great week. We will be back here this time next week, Monday. And again, don't forget to check us out on social media, Facebook, Twitter. We're constantly updating almost every day on those sites. So with that, folks, have a great week, and we will see you next week.